Netanyahu's dead. So, never was Israel. It's never been Israel. So, being distracted by Israel stuff is what you're supposed to do. I don't know, it's weird. Because of everything they give you, because of how saturated the market is, it's hard to tell what things are actually legit and which things aren't. Which stories we should worry about, which things, it's all, you never know anymore. AI, computer, tech is just so amazing. Especially when you're talking about, like, Israel's capabilities with AI and shit. That's even more badass than you can imagine. So, you're sitting here, distracted by the narratives they give us when at the end of the day, none of it matters. Netanyahu doesn't matter. Smotrich doesn't matter. Until we address the elephant in the room, which is not Zionism. Zionism, Israel, those are just narratives that they give us to scare us. These are just boogeymen. These are just straw. This is just what you're supposed to be focused on. And as long as you're not talking about the Jews, they don't care what you talk about. Just don't talk about them, and you'll be straight. You'll be straight, dog. It's crazy. It's just such a strange thing to witness something that, like, it's so divisive. You only support Netanyahu if you're Jewish. That's it. Nobody that's not Jewish thinks Netanyahu, like, unless they're like, they work for the system and then they get in trouble if they don't. He's a good guy. Nobody thinks he's doing good stuff. Everybody thinks he should be killed. Everybody thinks he should be taken out. Nobody's like, it's just such a strange thing. And the videos that come out, like I saw the videos that were released last night, and I just thought it was strange. Mike Huckabee video Mike Huckabee was just fucking stupid. There was one part where Netanyahu says something about being dead. And Mike Huckabee says, and I checked it, and you're here. Like, the way they speak is not the way that humans speak. It seems like a manufactured, scripted conversation. And to think that they let's say it was real. With everything that's going on, all of the fucking missing people information, all of the people don't believe he's alive, all that shit. He's going to put on some dumb skit with Mike Huckabee after doing the coffee shop skit, after doing the walking through the hills, the peaceful, like, it's all just dumb. And of course, it only takes a little while before people start figuring this shit out. And so he did the Mike Huckabee thing, and then he does like the 20-second little skit about how, he's sitting in front of the cabinet, the leaders, and he's talking about, Iran's Festival of Light, and we're going to be watching from above. But you just look at it, and it just doesn't look right. You could tell. I think there's still something about us. We've always said we're fantastic truth barometers. And I think a lot of times you might not even realize it. Right? You might not be able to pinpoint what it is that stands out to you or seems off. But you definitely see something. It sets off the red flags. It sets off the thing inside you that's just going, hey, this isn't right. And I knew, even though it was released yesterday, that it wouldn't take much time before it was pulled apart. And people were already talking about how, like, the paneling doesn't match up. It's AI. Netanyahu's fucking dead. And him being dead is great. It's not quite enough, but it's great. I think by holding back the information, they're preventing the celebration that will take place. And that celebration would be a huge blow, from a morality standpoint. A huge blow to the system.
There's nothing you've experienced in your petty Goyim life that is sharper than the period where my back had every knife, which is nothing if not rife with the strife that slices wrists, inserted with shofars and pipes by trifling wives who only exist to make more rich kids to enlist in the sick, disgusting game.
I'm listening to the song. Oh, Alfred, how do you like your dudes with short hair? Is that how you prefer your dudes? Al? Good old Alfie. You like dudes with short hair, right? Like, do you like it like a spiked haircut, or do you like them just completely shaved? How do you prefer your dudes to look? You know, because you're concerned with stupid shit and all.
Like how we all call our invasion and our cult chosen by God. The whole goddamn world is stage and our cult drives off inside.
Hey, ho, ho. Their penis part has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. You got a reason to. Oh, man. I don't know if this even works. I don't know if I can go this way. Yeah, I love when people are dumb enough to say stupid shit and they just make it easy for you. Everything being talked about, and you're going to talk about my hair? You're a Gentile. Y-O-U-R, a Gentile, this dumb friar says. Right there, he's letting you know who we're dealing with. He's a dumb friar, piece of shit, pedophile cult member. You know, their whole cult is pedophilic, right? They rape their own children, right? How does it feel to see the success of God's chosen? It feels great, because you guys are getting your shit kicked in. And you're literally making people like me seem like prophets. I've been calling your fucking psychopathy out for decades now, and now, it used to be a lot more difficult. But I'm a proud Gentile. I'm a proud Goyim. I'm proud of my anti-Semitism. And there's literally nothing you could say that's going to change that, for damn sure. We have to eliminate this cult, this disgusting pedophile cult. And it's happening. Their world is caving in, man. Their world is fucking caving in. They don't know what to do. They're losing their shit, man. Absolutely. I absolutely am jealous. I wish I had the opportunity to make the world a better place like they do, like you do. But I would take it. I would make the world a better place. I wouldn't be a selfish prick who, only cares about your disgusting pedophile kind. Yeah. There'd be a big difference in that regard. But if I had the opportunities that you guys do, if I had the platform that you guys do, I would do everything I can to destroy your fucking shit, man. I'd make pedophilia illegal, and by making pedophilia illegal, yours is the main casualty. Right? You have the brain of a woman. Cult, bro. What's it say? We got the oldest culture in the world. No, you don't. Your cult was invented in the late 1800s, early 1900s. That's why the first Hebrew dictionary wasn't invented until after 1900 by a guy called Eliezer Ben Yehuda. You're just dumb. You don't know how to do this. You're not in a position to where you can have a conversation with me about this because you're not smart enough. You're an inbred friar, so right off the bat, you're a step or two behind. But, most of you are just so dumb, you don't even know your own shit. We talk about the Talmud. Let's talk about the Talmud and how raping children as long as they're 3 years and 1 day old is acceptable as long as you pay the family of the victim $50, 50 shekels. Never mind Matitza, right? You sick pieces of shit sucking on bloody baby penises. Who the fuck? What kind of sick fucking weirdos do that shit? They do. They do. They're just unbelievable. They're like I say, they're just nightmare. They're just nightmare fuel. Everything about them is a nightmare. And anybody that supports that shit is probably a pedophile. No doubt a pedophile. Who else other than pedophiles who supports pedophiles? Pretty simple. Let's see. Go try to walk in a black or a Arab neighborhood and tell me how they treat you hating God's children. Everybody hates you. Everybody fucking hates you. The blacks, the Latinos, they all fucking hate you. Yeah, no, you've done a really good job of making yourself the number one hated people in the world. And the problem is, most people hate you and don't even know the truth. Let them know about Matitza. Let them know about the bottom of darkness, the binding of Isaac rituals, and the soul correction, and all the other disgusting shit you guys do to your own fucking children. Your own goddamn children. Like it's that's why you guys do everything you can to prevent people from knowing the truth. Because you know that if people find out the truth about your disgusting pedophile shit, that they'll band together to eliminate it. You know that nobody actually supports what you do and what you stand for. So you have to hide it. You have to threaten people. You have to do what you have to do. You can't just present your shit and people are like, oh, that sounds good. And again, notice how this dumbass, this arrogant piece of shit calls himself king and all this other, like, it just shows you how fucking disgusting they are. He's never going to say anything. He's never going to actually address anything I'm saying that's wrong. He's never going to debate. He's never going to come up with anything intelligent to say. He's just going to cry. And that's all they ever do is cry. They're easily the biggest crybabies on the planet. But they have to, right? They have to play that role. They have to do it that way because anything else exposes them. Anything else exposes what just monsters they are. They're monsters. Nobody can rape children like they do and just be like, no, it's God's show. We're God's chosen. It's part of our rituals. They're fucking monsters, man. And like I say, it's coming down to the point where you're getting exposed. You know, a lot of people don't understand just how awful it is. So they might tell somebody like me, you can't say that. They're not going to stand up for it. They're not going to be like, oh no, they're good, because nobody knows. Nobody can point out anything good that these people bring to the fucking planet. They're awful. They're awful, disgusting little trolls who take from everything. They're the definition of human cancer. They're just parasites. They don't bring anything good to the table. Tell me what I'm wrong about. Tell me what I'm missing. Tell me, what good things come from the friar community that would be remiss if. Guarantee you got nothing. Nothing. Like, it's embarrassing, but you have nothing. Nothing. It's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible, man. You know, if what you had was truth, if what you had was good, you wouldn't have to threaten people. You wouldn't have to force people into it. People would steal it. You could go live and people would just watch and try to get a piece of it just because it's so good. It's so attractive that they have to, it is. You got this Alfie piece of shit. You understand? Alfie has raped a child. Part of his transcendence ritual is that he has to rape a child to get the redemption that he requires. More than likely, he has to rape a child because he is so full of sin from everyone raping him as a child and putting their sins, transcending their sins into his young little body. He then has to do it to another child so that he has the redemption. They're just fucked up, man. They're just fucked up. And again, he's not going to deny what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is true. It's 100% truthful. They all rape kids at some point. It's part of their passage. It's again, it has to do with transcendence, redemption. If you pay attention to their shit, all of their fucking holidays are about redemption. For supposedly the most moral people in the world, all of their holidays are about redemption. That doesn't scream very much morality, does it? Right? They're horrible. They're fucking horrible. And they know it.
Gary Garadoni led the team investigating Lawrence King, a coffee-colored man, the cream, allowed to rise and dance and sing the national anthem at their...
Yep, California wants to elect a convicted pedophile. He's on the docket. He's not going to win. Won't matter.
$38 million.
But the fact that he's allowed to even exist is just... Why are these people allowed to exist? Oh, I paid for it. I did my time. Yeah, bullshit. You found a child attractive at some point. See, but it's the same thing. Like, if you supported Israel at some point, you're on that same level. why would you have ever supported Israel? What did you see, experience? What were you told? Literally, what evidence, reasoning do you have for supporting a genocidal pedophile regime? What? What can you say? They never presented anything other than pedophile, genocidal nightmare. Yeah, it's California. California is so bad. I give anything to live in California. California is amazing. But I mean, the idea of an elected official or somebody even running who has these kind of qualifications, you know, you have this, that our culture, our society that doesn't say, are you fucking crazy? Hell no, you can't run. As a matter of fact, why don't we fucking kill you? You know, that's the problem. It's not the stupidity you're told to focus on. And you'll never, you know, I'm not going to sit there and talk about that boring shit. You know, that's such small potatoes. I'd much rather talk about the genocide that's taking place. And really, the genocide is just... Genocide is the cover. I mean, they're really good at covering themselves with horrible things. They hide Matitza behind, well, only 11 kids out of the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands that have it done. Only 11 have gotten herpes, and only a handful, only like 3 or 4 actually died from the herpes, so it's not as bad as people think. It's the kind of logic that they use. Well, that's it. They hide behind. They honestly hid the fact that, look at that, $3.79. Nobody's talking about the gas prices. Why isn't anybody talking about the gas prices? Why aren't all the pundits asking Trump about it? I thought you were going to half the gas prices. This is almost $2 higher than when Biden was in office. What the fuck's going on? Nobody says these things. Just like nobody asked Trump about Netanyahu. Why doesn't anybody why doesn't any of the reporters, the journalists, why doesn't the media ask Trump about Netanyahu?
So I keep writing these songs.
Notice had Israel on there.
Convinced the story the song is about is on the precipice of breaking. These songs are about...
Yeah, I think when we get to like petrodollar and shit like that, I think we start talking about shit that we only have such a fucking cursory, low ass perspective on. We don't know. Those are the kinds of issues. You know, that's just another tentacle. And as long as we sit here and keep trying to cut tentacles off the monster continues to exist. The only way we can actually kill the tentacles is by cutting the head off the monster. And so, like, you want to fix the, you know, petrol, dollar, blah, blah, blah situation. Like, again, it just comes down to we have to overthrow the friars that control the narrative. It's these piece of shit friars that manipulate things the way they do. And as long as we're distracted by Israel, and Epstein files, and, you know, all that shit, we're being distracted from the real problem. The real problem is the pedophile cult. The pedophile cult outweighs the genocidal aspect of things.
Why am I the truth? Protecting those choiceless crimes that have been done since Palestinians and
You know, it's you have to start
in our houses for free.
you have to start acknowledging the problem before you can fix the problem. And acknowledging the problem means saying things that you're not supposed to say. You know, we're not supposed to say these fucking things. You're definitely not supposed to say anything about the Jews. What are you, crazy? Those are God's chosen people. And so you just shut down. Okay, God's chosen people. I'll shut my mouth. Blah, 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 blah. It's a place in Israel. Who gives a fuck about a place in Israel? Israel doesn't exist. Israel is just a construct. It's a concept. They tell you it exists and you go, okay. But, you know, if I sent you some dirt and I was like, here, smell it. Where do you think it's from? You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, that's Israel dirt. No doubt about it. Look at it. You can tell by the texture and, oh, it smells like Israel. No, you never know.
The article is difficult to read in many aspects. It's literally despicable and unbelievably tragic, but also...
Man, I miss the days when bowling alleys were everywhere.
Stretching the truth.
Looking crazy. Think about her a second. Why Biden from Democrats support Israel? Why Trump support Israel too? Because they work for the same people? I mean, I used to say this all the time. You people that get distracted by what they tell you they disagree on, which they don't. It's just bullshit. But it's much more important to look at the things they agree on. What do they agree on? Trump and Biden, what do they agree on? Oh, they agree on the idea that, that everybody should sign the Abraham Accords. You know, we pay the amount of money that goes to Israel or goes out because of Israel is so much more than you think. Nobody talks about the Abraham Accords. When they talk about, you know, we give them $3.8 billion a year. Yeah, okay. But the Abraham Accords, we have to then pay so many different countries to play nice with Israel. But that money doesn't get tallied into the score. They don't count that into how much money we pay Israel each month. Because, you know, that it would just be... It would be too much to handle.
If a kid says someone hurt them,
15 in Israel, what are you talking about? You're just dumb. Anybody that sits here and tries to justify it, again, they're trying to make themselves feel better, right? They're trying to protect themselves in this. Because nobody hears about these pedophile nightmare stories and goes, you know, oh, well, it's okay because it's only this or that. No real person thinks along those lines. Real person hear pedophile stories and go, well, fucking kill them. And what do you mean? There's nothing to even talk about. Kill them. Kill the pedophiles. Right? And the fact that you have an entire community that will, you know, turn a blind eye and be like, oh, you're an anti-Semite, you're a this or that. If you say something about this, you're the bad guy. Like, it's just fucking insane. Do you know how the United States is an empire? They have to lead on it.
Israel's number one free news weekly. It detailed the ritual.
It's where the Hebrews know. The Hebrews come from Ukraine. They come from Poland. They're not really Semitic. They did recent studies that show 95% of Israelis don't have any Semitic blood whatsoever. It's all just bullshit. You know, if it was really just about them having a safe place, then the Jewish Autonomous Oblast would have been more than acceptable. They would have just been like, yeah, that's good. We'll take that. But it was never about a safe place for them. Like, people just don't understand. It's about, you have to look at the cult for what it is before you can understand it. When you look at it as the pedophile, genocidal, monster cult that it is, then you can answer the questions. They could have taken out Palestine forever ago. Forever ago. Right? Palestine hasn't been able to defend itself. The only reason Palestine has existed is because they have let it exist. Well, why would they do that, right? Why would they let Palestine exist? Especially since it makes, their treatment makes the world hate them so much. If they would have just, in 1948, if they would have just finished the job, if they would have just did the Nakba to the fullest and just... if they would have just finished everyone off like they could have done, then by 2026, we wouldn't still be talking about it. It would have been a long forgotten elimination, like so many things from back then. So many countries were established or destroyed back then. If they wanted to, they could have ended that shit a long fucking time ago. What are you doing, you dumbass? He's trying to lie and say he's reformed. Look up his real name. Who? Benjamin Milikowski? Are you talking about Milikowski? Oh, the stupidity, man. If I'm wrong, why do so many people spend so much energy on me? They spend so much energy on me, and yet at the same time, they say nothing. They do nothing. They can't actually debunk anything I'm saying or doing, and it just turns into one big crybaby fest.
If we hate what they make and break through the harness, we'll destroy other employees through our honesty. If you're gonna lie,
you are a pedophile. Is that why my whole life's work is about killing them? Like, again, what sense do you think that you're making by coming to the feed of the guy who says we should kill pedos and eliminate the Matitza Bape pedo cult that commits genocide? And you go, well, the best I could do is just call you that, because you say that to me and it hurts my feelings. So do I say it to you and it hurts your feelings? Like, you guys are just stupid. And the fact that you guys, this is what you have to do, just validates my point. If I was wrong, they would focus on it. Nobody is sitting here with this really great argument that just beats everything I have to say, but they're holding on to it and waiting for the right time. And instead, until that point, they're just gonna say stupid shit. It's not how it works.
Kirk narrative immediately.
How's this fucking used? Jesus Christ. This area is like a time capsule. It's so weird.
Stop falling for Charlie Kirk. It's just another operation. White people are now
Man, it's really weird to think about the whole shift and all that shit.
and right invasion.
We're definitely living a different reality than our parents did.
The sickness that we know has
But it's bad and it's good. I mean, like I say, 10 years ago, I would have been crazy for suggesting that not only would Israel be on the verge of being destroyed, but that people all over the place would be waking up to their nightmare and the Jewish nightmare and hating them. And most people would be like, nah, that's just not possible. That's not a possible outcome.
There's only sticks and stones to fight the genocidal bombs. It's time to break the Clinton bones and call the Charlie Show the con. It isn't, since the bond with our oppressor is unbreakable. We need to see what's going on, and then our food is their table food. I just want to kirk all of our enemies.
Blue and white with Ben Shapiro energy. The only thing that works is when we kirk the jerks and be the goyim pride that we are meant to be.
So back to Charlie and whatever that thing was. Shouldn't we be more alert and call out what our system does whenever there's not enough love?
Fuck. Hang on, right? What the fuck was that?
Goyim with me. And the wall we need to build will only ever be done when the Goyim are as one. No silly sun gods being worshipped. This story being spun is just the web lines we're cursed with. Every action has a purpose.
Every story and agenda.
They need to feel nervous.
Fucking puppy at our house. Goddamn puppies. She's the sweetest thing ever.
Never bad to end a narrative we should defeat. Our freedom of speech.
She be speaking its mind and saying Charlie can eat a bag of dicks from behind, crosses no lines.
Israel's blessed.
And if they are divine, well then so is his death.
I just want to
Kirk all of our enemies. And blue and white with Ben Shapiro energy.
The only thing that works is
When we kirk the jerks.
and be the Goyim pride that we are meant to be. The only way things happen is through Kirk. The leaders who slap are concerned
Of our violent goyim wrath, it's so unnerving.
that the chosen choose a path and it still works.
Still working.
So if Charlie turned on Israel, why didn't they seem to know?
Why didn't they seem to notice? I'm so sick of people talking about Charlie was turning on Israel.
Anyone called
Charlie was turning on Israel. Charlie was not turning on Israel.
Israel's no
He's been a company man from the beginning.
so much drama, they run home to their mama while begging for forgiveness. So if Charlie went all Obama, he would be sleeping with the fishes. And I know that he already is, but I didn't mean that literally. I meant the friar hugs and kisses and the constant impact chivalry would end just like when Hillary won but lost the election. And then she seemingly willingly disappeared like Bill's erection whenever she's undressing, since she's no teen on Epstein Island. And just like Charlie's quest for blessings, true change starts and ends with violence. But did he really die when and where they say? And who were those two guys sending signals like the play was just another JFK to make the country miserable? Because at the end of every day, we're all goyim slaves to Israel. I just want to kirk all of our enemies in blue and white with Ben Shapiro energy. The only thing that works is when we kirk the jerks and be the goyim pride that we are meant to be.
Those are ICE detention centers. Those are fucking ICE detention centers, guys. It's so terrifying.
And Israel took him out.
Their sacrifice only works when we are filled with doubt. And Israel's not about to kirk one of their own. We're supposed to scream and shout while feeling nothing but alone.
Man, that's right.
If you can prove God isn't working
My favorite
through me, then I'll believe it's real. From my woolly hair and big bronzy feet to my hatred of Israel. If you can pass over my meal, denying my confirmation, I swear to God I will repeal my devilish condemnation. Just look at my beautiful face and tell me I'm not heaven sent. And me not believing in spaceman fits in with the firmament tent. You deny since you are hell-bent on insisting that Earth is a globe. And like giving up breathing for lead, well, I hope this makes your head explode. Prove God's not a TBG fan. Prove it doesn't want you sharing this song. Prove that Guy Williams isn't the man that your guy's using to prove you wrong. Prove the fit hitting the shed doesn't prove that your God is pissed. If you can prove I'm not God's plan, then I'll say that's proof. What proof do you have God doesn't hate all religion, telling you you're born bad and that you need to be forgiven by those who think circumcision keeps God from destroying the earth? Constantly caught raping children, you let them tell you your worth. But how can you be sure that your God's a big fan of Israel's psychotic work or America bombing Japan? Does your God hate Iran? And how do you know? Can you prove that God's plan's not the TBG show? Prove God's not a TBG fan.
Damn, they're cutting it
Prove
all
it doesn't
down.
want you sharing this song.
God
Prove that
damn, that's
God
awful.
isn't the man that your God's using to prove.
This all used to be old growth.
Prove the fit hitting the shed doesn't prove that your God is pissed. If you can prove I'm not your God's plan, then I'll say that's proof it exists. Catholics, Christians, Jews, and Scientologists. All the African nonsense you don't know exists. All the focus this system demands. Horse-sized locust with the face of a man. Can you prove that the hand of God isn't writing these lyrics commanding the thunder and lightning you're finding so frightening you're cursing mad? For enlightening on your sky. Prove God's not a TBG fan. Prove it doesn't want you sharing this song. Prove that God
Doggo, what's going on?
and that your God's using to prove.
And you're right, it's not an old growth forest, but that shit's been there for a very long time.
Prove that your God is pissed.
None of this is old growth. All the trees you see everywhere, all of the trees are proof something else happened. Right?
Guy, born Christmas
The trees all reaching relatively the same height, but not, you know, they're all basically the same age.
Meaning 6
Like all of these trees.
came together to make
These were built, they weren't, it's almost like they didn't plan on getting this tall. It's a stupid idea to put that tree there. All these trees, to put these trees here, these are stupid. Because you have pipes that run out to go to the main roads and run underneath. And all those pipes are made of clay. So all those pipes are just destroyed by root systems. What's Algo saying? What's up, Algo? Algo, you were the first one here? That's interesting. You have to admit our newer shit is so much better, right? Good. I'm really happy with our newest shit.
This is about as petty as you'll ever hear TBG. And I love it. If you are someone, understand the power you wield. Reckon it had me so Munson like a kingpin who reveals his spider-web conundrums, hide no doubts that never yield. Burning me like Bunsen, his puppet master deals keep the string pullers concealed, kneeling like good slaves. And Greg Knipp found our appeal so real, he said he may have actually sat and played our song like 20 times in a row. And this man's a top DJ, giving music by the kinds of artists that define the limelight everyone craves. Edinetics was a musical mainline, shining with the brightest stage that every rock band made a place for on their tour, stopping the rant and rave, a grave endeavor to endure. And Gregory was Das Fuhrer, the head piker of the park. Tyler Durden leading scores of World War zombie marks, and Greg Knipp felt like the spark that could start the TBT fire. After years of driving around in the dark, Greg said it was time to retire.
Peter was here before us.
Excuse me, Greg Knipp. I'm petty, I admit.
I mean, it's been going on for 45 minutes.
Playing part of a martyr with a whip, a startled little kid, a fart that can't sniff.
Great fucking building right there.
The river split.
Makes you wonder who built it.
You could
What
have
for when?
if you just read me the script. But like Noah's Ark, you're not too smart and full of parlor tricks. Your eggs are Arnold's Benedict. This just made me smart.
Your eggs are Arnold's
This
Benedict.
is my parting gift.
What a fucking line.
Now I know I should be better, but just like Betty Potter, I'm bitter that my batter clearly struck out like my father. But when it seems as though you matter to an actor such as Greg, it feels like the luck shattered both of your broken legs. Since it wasn't like I begged, he fed into my delusion. He said our square.
Man, I'll go. They're not letting any of your shit
and
come
that sounded
through,
like
huh?
the movement. Music to everyone's ears. And
Fuck
we
him.
were bound to see improvement.
He is a Bowman. You are correct. Peter is an absolute
excusing the
piece of
weird,
shit Bowman.
beer-wearing shit.
No doubt
He
about it.
clearly admit when sticking the landing.
That's why we don't even pay
Or
attention.
committed to standing together, demanding our rights.
No, I'm buying drugs, dog.
He handed the keys, and our management needs to the best possible void. So
Anytime I
imagine
go out anywhere, I'm buying drugs. Didn't you know? Look at like that shit. Those are old ass trees, but they're only like 70 years old, 80 years old.
Excuse me, Greg.
What was here before everything got built? All of these neighborhoods, all of these buildings meant everything at one point was clear cut. All of this was gone. They didn't build around these trees. Oh look, military shit. Nothing to see there. United States Army Reserve. But all this was cleared. So everything was rebuilt around the same time and nobody kind of thinks about it.
This just made me smart a bit, but this is my parting gift.
And I love Charles.
Oasis and Coldplay, Pearl Jam and Nirvana. No one make good old Greg say I'll harvest that mana. And like Me Too Iguana, I'll put them on repeat. But TBG's marijuana.
Like Me Too Iguana. Who knows who Me Too Iguana is? Do you know Me Too Iguana? I doubt it. You're not that smart. So why is Algo's comments being removed, but everybody else's is just fine and dandy? Just fine and dandy.
Bunch and homie don't play that. Like always rounding up.
Who pays for the payback?
But Greg didn't say that. Or anything really. Playing games like that say Jack. He just willy-nilly. Club just like Philly. With no explanation. Connect's reception was chilly, so I changed the station. If you're a TBG fan, don't be stupid. Obviously, we want nothing bad to happen to the
Jesus!
man. We just want
Jesus!
someone to know how bad they can hurt nobody's, even if that's not their intention. If you tell starving
Jesus!
will provide them with enough food to feed their village forever, you can't play the big
Oh. Oh look, we have people who think pizza jokes are funny. We talk about killing pedos and then they start throwing up pizza signs. Who do you think that is, people? Come on, you're not dumb enough to think that's just coincidence, are you? They are assigned this page. They don't just happen upon this page. They are assigned this page. This is part of their mission. Jesus. Look at these fucking houses. Jesus.
We'll stop making songs like this when it's no longer necessary. Besides, if you want to hear...
Look at all this. All of this was removed.
Put on literally anything.
At some point, all of this was removed. Look at that mansion. Wow. That's somebody's fucking house. Must be an Arab.
In both contact and execution. If you're thinking so vanilla, you don't reject the Trump confusion, infecting the illusion you choose to call your own, deflecting the improvement you should be using to dethrone the bullish chicken on the throne, who condones the worst things done to Palestinians whose homes are blown up just for fun. It's well known a time will
Look at the
come
money in
when
this neighborhood.
boy cut off the heads of the monster they
I got so much money, I got lights all over my house. Just so people can see it. That's why all those lights are there. They don't have any actual purpose.
Of red, white,
It's just to show off the money.
as their bed and their massages of the honest, simple truth won't be regretted or acknowledged, since it's obvious the fruits of the nonsense they produce is excused by Goyim's ignorance, admonishing the youth, proving cousin Denny's innocence is removing our deliverance. When princes sit in power, we improve when we're forgiven, since their mission's to devour. Boom. Aren't the cartoons on TV supposed to
Think about how fucked up you have to be to get the Algo guy gig. I don't think it's fucked up. You know, that's your self-deprecation, you know, mentality, where self-deprecating mentality, not me. I think we do get their best. Seriously. Who do you think could come? What? Let's just pretend like we've got the bottom of the barrel trolls, right? What could the top of the heap do? Oh, you motherfucker! Wow. Jesus. All those cars. They got a lot of Habibi kids. Look at these houses. Geez, I honestly say I've never been down this road before, so I've never seen all these houses. Holy shit stains. Wow. Why would you want to build such a big fucking house in the middle of this area? Like, there's nothing here. Oh, there's a mosque behind the house. There's a huge mosque behind those houses. That's why they're... And look, somebody's held out. They haven't sold yet. I mean, I'd say this is, you know, this is a Lakewood neighborhood, but it's not. It's the opposite. Look at all these houses. The houses all around the mosque are huge. We know what we have been. We're, you know, like you always used to say, you want people to think you're stupid and then you can surprise them by who you actually are. Whereas I never wanted that. I want people to have the highest expectations of me possible. I want you to think, you know, anything but the best from me. I want them to call it out and be like, hey, motherfucker, you can do better than this. Right? And these, you know, these Jewish clowns, seriously, you say we get the B team, but what could the A team look like? What could they possibly say or do that's going to make any of this work? How could they possibly come with some sort of reasonable argument that makes you go, well, you know what? Maybe they're not the most horrible pedophile cult to ever exist, and what they do isn't that bad. Nobody could say that shit, right? So I really do think we have the best they can offer getting thrown at us. I just think, you know, what could they do? What could they say?
tired.
I am weary. Wow.
I could sleep for
1,000 years.
1,000 dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears.
Hit.
Kiss the boot of shiny, shiny leather. Shiny leather in the dark. Tongue of thong, the belt that does await you. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart. Severin.
Severin.
Speaking so
I wonder what
slightly.
Severin means.
Severin down.
Where have we been wrong? Exactly. Well, you've been wrong numerous times, dude. I gotta give, you gotta own that shit. You were completely, totally, and utterly wrong about Trump. You were wrong about the convoy. You were wrong that it's not Israel. It's not the Jews. It's, it's the Swiss, or it's anything other. So, I give you full credit for being somebody that's capable of being wrong. So don't try to pretend like you've never been wrong.
I am weary.
I could sleep for 1,000
Things that would await me. Different colors made of tears.
Hit. Yeah, I'm probably a serial killer for sure. Again, because I think we should kill pedos. I think we should kill pedos and overthrow the Jews. And because of that, I get all kinds of interference from people who, try to put their fantasy bullshit on me.
Don't forsake me.
It's the strangest fight non-fight. I never would have thought it would be this difficult to find, reasonable, intelligent argument. To find believers in certain narratives so they I just never would have thought it'd be so hard to find people who can tell me what I'm wrong about. Same Jews, same bankers. Yeah, but again, you're talking about bankers like bankers fucking matter. Money isn't for them. They print the money. They don't care about the money. And one of the hardest things to get people to understand is that, they don't, the money isn't about them having a shit ton of it. The money is about us never having enough. So even if you do well in life, well, because of your mortgage and your car payments and you're always in the same general spot because it's all designed that way. It's all designed to keep you. What the fuck? It's all designed to keep you in. And again, if you're talking about banksters or you're talking about, you just name it. You talk about any of the things that we're talking about.
Pucatronic. Pucatronic, diabolic, chosen, also nasty. If we're honest, they're demonic, even with the rhinoplasty. They rule the world. All the boys and all the girls are slaves in every way. It should make you wanna hurl. Pucatronic. Pucatronic. What can I say? Their ways make me sick. As we watch the parade that displays a kick right in the dick while tricking the sheep. The goyim are thick, we're wicked obese, and while misfits decree that we all shape up, we're scripted to see the sleazy corrupt system is what us boy schmucks deserve, and without them we're fucked, since we must be cursed.
Without them, we're fucked because we must be cursed.
Puketronic, diabolic, chosen, also nasty. If we're honest, they're demonic, even with the rhinoplasty. You know they rule the world, all the boys and all the girls are slaves in every way. It should make you wanna hurl. Puketronic, tronic. Puketronic, If they have the right to defend themselves, why doesn't everyone else? Palestine has needed our help since those holding all the wealth sold us the biblical belt, whipping the welts of compliance, told that our spiritual health is felt even by those who deny it, since the lies that we're supplied with provide us with the perception that it's more about the mileage than their pious direction, which ends up hiding the lesson sent when you're the worst. Their violence is what's left, and our rights must come first.
Their violence is what's left, and our rights must come first. Oh my God.
Puketronic.
Just because we don't agree on everything doesn't mean we weren't born correct.
You know they rule the world, all the boys and all the girls.
You're better if you were wrong. You understand that, right?
You wanna hurl. Puketronic.
If you can acknowledge that you were wrong, that shows you're a better person. That shows growth.
Israel Hayom,
you're missing the point, man. You should be proud to have been wrong.
You'll find it difficult since the website makes you bleed. It's like it fights you to proceed. It kicks you off the feed, and what you might not want to believe happens so much it's a creed. They destroy their own seeds. It's called body of darkness, which details a disease so rotten and heartless that even the smartest, best dressed, and most skilled, if they play their part in this, they should be killed. Puketronic. Puketronic, diabolic, chosen, also nasty. If we're honest, they're demonic, even with the rhinoplasty. You know they rule the world, all the boys and all the girls are slaves in every way. It should make you wanna hurl. Puketronic. Puketronic.
Man, that's so good. Man, these TBG boys, they be so good. Puketronic, diabolic, chosen are so nasty. Boom.
Man, this is just like riding a bicycle. Like the surgeon making a hip-hop beat, I just can't complete the circuit. No matter how hard I work it, my loss ratio's perfect. Like lions on turf shit, it's harder than it seems. Chasing wet dreams, yet always awake, does make a shaky foundation. Plagued by the pace when I yearn to go fast, my glass is a laugh, half full or empty. Temptation tempts me, temporarily tempting, tempestuous nature. My sailors sail towards less turbulent
We're up
waters.
faster than we can document. That's fucked up.
Intention. I spent the rent and all of the bills on happiness pills, yet still I feel broken. Knowing I open and close my own doors, I choose to be sore more than I choose easy. But like Jesus, believe me, sneezing is pleasing, seeing is how it's every now and again. But When it's again and again and again, it's like rhyming the same word again and again, and again and again, and again and again, and again and again, and again. And now it's been a minute since I could be myself, because it's been a minute since Pride was on the shelf. And though it's been a minute since I held on to my wealth, I know it's been a minute, and it's time I heard the bell. I need some help. I need your help. Again and again.
I love that song. It's funny in a not funny way. Is this thing on?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the circuit. Everything you see and hear is totally scripted. He who writes the narrative is he who rules the world. That was clever, write that down. The truth is, it's imperative that the wearer of the crown thinks repairing never sounds like something worth overlooking. Through clarity, we found both wings are for our stupping. These kings are really crooks who bring about destruction. The scheme that cooks the books clings on completely out of touch. Then they scream about dysfunction, yet they're disgusting day and night. Their whole team is just a bust, and its combustion is the light. A must win that's right in sight. If the black and white make gray, they're nothing when we fight their fright. Their dynamite's dismay is the type we put away when the play is truly seen. Like flying kites in rain, it may just be a dream, but the day mend the seams, we cream these corny overseers. Believing TV screens just means you're born to serve the ears, since we're torn between our fears and what appears to be elation. The warning's in the mirror, so the tears should mean salvation. Because who's dropping bombs on children? Who's dropping bombs on children? Children. Who's dropping bombs on children? Who's dropping bombs on children? Children. Who's dropping bombs on children? Who's dropping bombs on children? Children. Who's dropping bombs on children? Somebody think of the children. I saw it on the news. You can't call it abuse. I'm not dancing around the truth. Advancement's not a ruse. The cancerous illusion.
Never really wanted to be right. Yeah, me neither.
They drastically remove the proof that doesn't prove the score.
That's the whole thing in all of this. That's the part that people tend to forget, is that truthers never wanted to be right. I never wanted to be right. When I was right, October 7th was an awful day for me.
Dangling vacation, prizes and amazing gifts if you comply, but that's how you know they lie, since the people steal the real. Those bitches switch their side to ensure they seal the deal. So if knowledge is the meal,
then eat like you're an American.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
The rabbit always beats the terrapin.
And it's tragic that a pair can't win against the royal straight. But there's magic when the suits are skinned, and we flush out the hate. Who's dropping bombs on children? Who's dropping bombs on children? Children. Who's dropping bombs on children?
Who's dropping bombs on children? Children. Who's dropping bombs on children? Who's dropping bombs on children? Won't somebody think of the children? It's got to be one of my favorites. Tell both sides it's a different thing. I mean, the fact that they have sides, that they've created sides between us is crazy.
Is a failure to communicate. I I know, I'm crazy. I fail because I'm lazy, and I only really say things so I can get attention. But if that was my intention, why wouldn't I just mention how I'm not on the fence and I believe in Jesus? I could easily succeed with selling you the pieces if you wholly believe this fairy tale is true. Since it's easy to fool the fool who thinks it's really cool to follow every rule and to censor what they're scared of. Those who look above are the fingers in the glove, like thinking all you need is love. That don't make no sense. There is no evidence, no reason their defense is Clark among the Kents, but it's a super manifesto. The sheep refuse to let go, and selling them a mess holds no challenge to the best, so I would be unrivaled, like selling candy to a child. If I only wanted smiles, I wouldn't spread denial, and I'd be just another you. Reconnect, trying to reconnect. We're trying to reconnect. How do we reconnect? Why do we have to reconnect? Why do we have to reconnect?
Why do we have to reconnect?
Why can't we reconnect?
Why can't we reconnect?
Why do we have to reconnect? Verse 2, what should I do? Should I puncture the structure and continue to prove how I'm the dude? Truth is the answer. Removing excuses, I choose to advance, but damning the cancer that has your salvation. Clutching their hand for their planned domination. Removing the chancellors, branded the safe men. Exposing the handlers, demand for their place, and how their invasion stays in the darkness. What could be amazing is brazen and heartless. We're crocs among caimans, crossbred with sharks with lasers and fake fins, making the hardest level of harness wicked intent. Our genes are retarded, our energy spent on paying the rent. We're sent through the ringer, seeking adventure. We're meant to be singers of anthems and things you're just supposed to accept, but you give them the finger, each mold you reject. Reconnect.
We're a combination of
We're trying to reconnect.
crocs and caimans,
How do we reconnect?
sharks, lasers, and fake fins. Come
Why do
on.
we have to reconnect?
Why do we have to reconnect? Reconnecting. Verse 3, let's see. Where can I
Verse 3,
go?
let's see, where can it be? What can I do? Who's really free? The lies and deceit, complete with the failure, supplying the beef. We eat like we're tailored to compete for the jailer's cheapest affection. We easily sail toward deleted directions, meaning infections, detections not needed when our team's comprehension's been lessened and seeded through memes and aggression. If henchmen aren't agreed with, then seems full attention, put dents in the defeated. The stench then secreted is mentioned like Jesus rose from the dead, and instead of a speed stick, he led with the disease dick, dripping and measly. The Fed just repeated, thinking they freely believe what is easily seen as a joke. We're seasoned and cheesy, no wonder we joke.
I'll go. They made a fake profile for you. You should feel pretty good. That's pretty crazy. Wow. All right. Anyway, yeah. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. That's